Sweet baby, that is Cerberus.
Yep. And double doing the welcome because we were muted. Welcome back to Hades. I'm Andy. That's Christy. We're missing Colin and Lige for the moment.
For the
Uh,
moment, they'll be joining us in a bit. Silly
hopefully.
people.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the meantime, we actually a good place to start, Andy, is can you just talk about some of the things you've done a different file that you've been playing on your own? What were some things that you learned through those playthroughs?
The all two runs.
Yeah.
You can beat
Cerberus just doing his
Hecatine
job.
in the first run and you get new dialogue. That's about it.
And what does the dialogue suggest?
That you cheated.
That you cheated.
Don't you have friends among the other shades, Dora? You could join them for some activity out there. It's picked up a lot of late.
Foolish witch.
Haunting this tent is a full-time obsession. We lesser shades can be a little single-minded. I guess kind of like mortals.
I also wanted to mention that for whatever reason, y'all, if you are hanging out in chat, which is awesome, we love having you there. We can't see chat for some reason. It's down on YouTube. We've tried a couple things. So
I can see chat.
You can see chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to refresh.
Okay. Will that mess anything up if I refresh?
No.
Can't believe sucking up to the fates actually worked.
And I can still not see it.
That's really
Just load the
from
video.
them.
Like, new tab. I have it up.
Personally delivered by Lord Moros, no less. He seemed a little pressed for time, so we didn't get to talk much. Are the two of you close?
We're children of Nyx. None of us are close. But we crossed paths. When certain mortals get what they deserve, it involves us both.
I can only imagine. No
What are you
sign of
doing over
Hermes
here?
yet, my lord. Forgive my impatience. I know infiltrating our enemy's ranks and discovering the details of his plans to conquer Olympus is sensitive work. Of course. He'll be back any evening now, I'm sure. New shipment there.
All right. More
Just checking up
stuff.
on you.
I still can't see chat, babe. How do I?
Okay. We'll be right back.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
Always technical difficulties. We'll get better at it eventually.
It's not my fault in this
Farewell.
case.
Well, no, I didn't say that. We always just have technical difficulties of some kind.
All right, back to it. What do I want to order?
I'll have to turn
that.
in more gold.
So see chat now. So if anyone's out there in the ether hanging out with us, I'll keep an eye on that so we can chat with you as well.
Getting some upgrades.
So mote it be. Within the boons of Mount Olympus, I
I lost them.
would see their elemental essences, my victory.
It shall be thus.
And I think the other thing that we figured out since last time we played is that Eris shows up to nerf you specifically because you are just winning too much.
Yep.
And my response to that was like, oh yeah, we should get more story. Andy should try dying more. And Andy's response was,
Yeah, I'm not dying. Fuck them kids.
basically, all I do is win.
The fated list has tasked me with ensuring certain minor prophecies are fulfilled, though says little else as yet.
May it reward your efforts at least. But do not expect the fates to always favor you. The bane of our enemy is not necessarily our friend.
We'll have to take our chances.
So much talking.
Shipment by the riverside, all yours. And we're watching the rivers, making certain this won't be the last.
Lord Charon risks aiding my efforts in such a direct way. Are we able to compensate him at all?
Aye, with what gold we've gathered recently. It really means to melt down every last one of those Kronos coins we can get our hands on.
Oh yes.
So he just doesn't like the new coin.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It's the material. It's interesting.
Full bloom.
Upon this cauldron by the will of night,
Planting seeds.
shades of the dead, and listen well.
Sure, why not?
Your strength is
Was Odysseus like just strolling towards you?
Yeah,
The altar of ashes.
he had things to do.
Yeah, but I was curious to if he. I'm not
He's
used
the
to
one
him-
that does the guardian.
Yeah. Okay.
We saw that last time.
Okay. I did not catch that last time, so.
That's not bad.
So what are you thinking for your build this time?
The fates.
It's always reactionary. You can't plan.
Are we sticking with the same weapon though?
Oh yeah, there's no
Okay.
reason not to.
Okay.
The boatman.
Yeah.
I lack the grasp for this.
Nope. Can't. Huh. Need that. Need that. All right.
Better prepared. What secrets lie
Nope.
within?
Nope. I lied. We're using these things.
Ignium, the umbral flames.
I'm not
Incinerate
used to
my foes
these.
and light
Never
my
used.
path.
Oh, the torches. Okay. I have seen you play with them before, but that was like way long time ago.
Expand in
That's
my
fair.
collection.
It's been a bit.
Yeah. Aromatic file. Knucklebones. And the evil eye. I have one of those as a tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Go with
The
this.
And that concludes our lesson for today. Eddie's. Burn.
So I was talking to some people on our social media who have put in a lot more hours of this game than we have. And it's like some people have put in hundreds of hours for this early access, and it's only about halfway done.
Surrounding one of them.
Yeah.
Grave thirst.
Yeah. They still got some work to do.
Yeah.
Relatively simple incantation. I expected there was more to the connection between Knight's weapons and the dead. No wonder you can see it too.
Come
So-
now, not like I need eyes on the back of my cranium, but I can feel it in my bones. Want more bones yourself? Just use a weapon with the thirst.
Whenever possible.
So that would be when they're saying like, hey, you get a bonus.
Okay, yeah, I remember that mechanic from the first game. So one of the things we discussed is like there is some frustration. Like you can put a lot of hours in this game, and but there's only so much you can do eventually. And the choice to have like early access and just release parts of the game at the time as it's in development versus like I'm used to watching, I watch people do like mascot indie horror games and stuff.
Nerd.
I know.
Haven't always swept you off your feet, but we have older, sometimes stronger blessings too.
Ooh, archaic blessings. And I was gonna say,
Through divination of elements,
they make use of DLCs a lot of the time instead to kind of act as holdover before the main games. And I'm all for like game developers taking their time to produce a really good game. Could you explain why what is the significance of early access in gaming? Like, why do people choose that?
Why do companies do it?
Yeah, why do early
Money.
access as opposed to like a DLC or something?
Money. Wait, what? Money. The reason why is like to play this, you have to buy it.
Right.
So this allows them to get cash flow without having to have a complete game. So instead of doing like a Kickstarter or trying to get venture capitalist money, they can reap the benefits of the game, develop it while, eating. For gamers, there's a risk because early access doesn't necessarily mean in-game will be completed. So you got to kind of gauge that with the developer, like how likely are they to complete it, yada yada.
Okay.
Obviously, this developer is well known. They've done a lot of games, not just Hades, and they did the same thing for Hades that they're doing with Hades 2. So this isn't like a surprise. People who they're like, oh, it's not complete. Like, no shit. They told you.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. I thought it's interesting that there's different strategies to like keep audiences engaged and excited about the material. With like DLCs being one example.
DLCs are garbage.
Not always.
No,
I've seen successful ones.
Let's define success here. Successful for money or successful for what's good for gamers?
I don't know in terms of money, but in terms of like, again, I tend to see it with indie mascot horror games where a lot of the appeal to that, at least to older audiences, is the lore. And so you can give like a little snippet of the story just to keep people, like hold people over. And even if there's not like a lot of new gameplay per se, it still can be effective because you're getting a little bit more information to get you excited for the next game release.
Yeah, but then you're paying for part of a game.
Not necessarily for instance, shoot, which game is it? Help Wanted 2 just released a DLC, and I think it was free if you already had the base game. So
that's fine. That's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah. That's why I said it's like I don't necessarily think it's for money. I can understand like in this case this is a big project and you need the funds in order to do it. So I get that.
A history lesson on DLC. Do you know what the first DLC was?
The horse armor from Oblivion.
That's right. $5.
Yeah, that's where it all started.
Yep.
Or not Oblivion. Yeah, no, it was Oblivion.
It was Oblivion. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Colin.
I remember it clearly. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I should be muted on Discord, not on Ninja.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know that
Christy, could you mute yourself on Discord?
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, I just muted you on my end.
No.
Hang on.
Worries.
I accept this message.
How are things going this morning?
Good.
Not bad. Just
There we
getting
go.
started. Had some tech issues early. Mostly
Yeah,
Christy.
I was like, they took me like 5 minutes to log on because it was giving me grief about my camera. But
yeah.
How's your run going?
Just started.
So you didn't miss much. It takes us always 15 minutes to get started. That's how we are.
Sounds good.
You still beat Lige.
Nice.
Tommy.
Yeah, I had to run an errand for a thing I'm going to later. So I don't know. Everything is. I'm firing on like 2.5 cylinders.
Fair.
That's fair. And we had a late meeting last night, so. Yay. Yep. Tommy says hi and also asks if we've played any Civ games. That is like one of the few games that I have played.
No one plays Civ with me anymore. I'm too
I
good.
played Civ with you. Not lately.
I hold back against you.
I just go for the culture win every time.
Who do you usually play as?
Whatever female character I can get my hands on, usually, and or Greek character. Who have I played a lot as? Isn't there like a Queen of Sparta?
Gorgo is one of them.
Gorgo.
Yeah.
I've played as Gorgo before. So.
So, like Christy mentioned,
We'll just have to dispose of him more thoroughly. Cremation, mayhaps.
So, Christy, you mentioned you go for the culture victory.
Yeah.
When I play hard,
Yeah,
that's impossible.
I know. When I play by myself, I go for the cultural victory because then I get to do all the archaeology and I'm happy.
Yeah, I know.
Do you? I'm a bad person when I play Civilization because among other things, like I will beeline to archaeology and then get them out and loot everybody's cultural antiquities before they can get them, and then hold them ransom. And then I also, if anyone declares war on me, I will never stop until all of their cities are completely gone, and then I will reforest the continent that they were on.
That's fair.
But
yeah, I do that. I know I've done like because there's the the free states or whatever that you can befriend as well.
The city states.
Yep. So that's usually the route I like. I'm not good at battling mechanics. Way back in the day, my dad was obsessed with like Red Alert and what's the one that's similar? It's like Stargate or something. It's not Stargate. It's Starcraft. So I played those as a kid as well. Yes, I have played Dido of Carthage as well. Is also a top pick for me. Alexander's kind of fun to play as sometimes, but.
You too. Has my little brother lived up to his shining reputation so far? At least he did his part. As soon as I told him about you, sure enough, he was plenty eager to let all Olympus know.
Apollo was very kind, though easy for me to say. I'm not his twin. What'd you tell him anyway?
Only the truth. That I ran into the reclusive Witch of the Crossroads while scouting out our foe, and that she introduced me to a secret Titan killer she's been training up.
You just didn't tell him how long ago that was. So now they really think this long-lost relative of theirs is going to find Kronos and slay him.
Oh, they think you don't stand a chance. But they don't have a lot of options, so they'll support you anyway. Especially since you're family and all. And you know I will.
I like that there is kind of a close relationship with Artemis in this game. I think that's a smart move.
What are we thinking?
Pressure points.
Yeah.
Colin's here for the strategy.
Yeah.
Have you started playing it all on your own, Colin?
No, I still don't have. I don't have the game yet.
Okay, that's fair. Apparently, there's still a lot to get to. We figured out what. Oh shoot.
Is this the same file as before?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we're moving it along.
Yep.
Yeah, Andy's. So here's the story. We figured out what Eris's deal is and why she shows up to nerf you. It's because you're winning too much, and you're not dying enough to get story. So she intentionally nerfs you so that you'll die. So I told Andy, hey, maybe you should die some more so we can get more story. And he's
Get a
like,
little more plot.
Yeah. And he's like, nah, all I do is win.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing
I don't. Yeah. No way. 20 attacks like foes, 10 power, projectile 40% faster.
Further refined.
I should have went. Oh well.
Thanks for dropping in for a little bit, Tommy. It's always great seeing ya. We have Andy and I have played Apotheon before. It's been a while.
Yep.
I think I have that in my Steam folder. Like, then I never. There's a couple of games like that, like Hegemony as well. That was like these games that I've played maybe like all of 10 seconds of them.
Yeah.
And then bounced off for whatever reason.
Well, in
but Apotheon's like a side scroller, right?
Yep.
Yes. And platformer almost.
Like
Is
a
it a platform?
Metroidvania type game.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mythwrecked just came out, so a lot of people in our field have been really excited for that one. And then I didn't even realize an Indiana Jones game was coming out when we started doing the season.
It just came out. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be good. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that many reviews for it.
People are liking it. Yeah. Harrison Ford showed up at the Video Game Awards the other night.
Fun.
Yeah, to do an announcement. Him and Snoop Dogg. And I'm like, this is so weird. I'm here for it. And then I'm also like, do people, because I think at one point Snoop Dogg sang Gin and Juice. And they're like, were any of these people even born when that song came out?
Tom Howard was.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So soft, divine.
And we're back to Arachne.
Comes my way. Pleasant memory that lingers on.
Oh, what the hell?
And in the dark of night until the break of day. One more time. Silk and finery, so soft. My silk is everything to me. It's stronger than it looks. Keeps me safe. It can suffocate even the strongest prey. Don't you like it? Is there a certain pattern, color combination you admire?
It's lovely, Arachne. Look, I wish I could stay and admire it, but...
But you can't. I understand, I truly do. Though it would mean a lot to me if you would take some of my silk with you on your way.
Cast deal 100%. Restore every time you exit.
Better.
Oh, you look wonderful.
For me, anyway.
Tommy mentioned that their PC is too potato to play the new Indiana Jones game, but it's had good reviews.
Very little about it other than that it's, I think, set between Raiders and Temple, and that's about it.
I've seen like one clip where apparently you go into like a confessional booth and you take the confession of a Nazi who's like cheated on his wife or something. And I'm like, okay, that could be fun. And then one of the other like things mentioned is like wants to see more game segments in our podcast, and it's like, that's fair. We've tried gimmicks. We definitely are planning stuff like that for more of our live streams. We're hoping to do another crossover live stream in the new year, so that planning's in the works. We're just not consistent with that stuff a lot of the time.
Oh hell yeah! Look at the damage.
All right. This is
he likes
Arachne.
his torch. But the question is, can he avoid turning into a sheep?
I can confirm that you can do that.
All right.
It is possible to avoid it.
Yep.
It is possible, but Andy has yet to achieve that, as far as I've seen.
A lot, yeah, in front of an audience.
I mean, it doesn't count until there's an audience, so.
Truly, actually, yeah. If no one sees it, right?
It didn't happen, right? Or if you don't get an achievement for it, I'm sure there's an achievement, right? Like.
There we go. Look at those numbers add up.
This is not usually Andy's like favorite gameplay either.
Okay, I can't dodge that shit.
Thus far, has not been proven. But it's okay. You're so cute as a little sheep.
I'm sure on YouTube we could find someone doing it.
I'm sure. I'm sure it's like an ultimate dash ability or something. I keep checking just to make sure like I haven't missed Elijah or anything.
We should roast her for being this late. And she's on Midwest time anyway, so like, well, I guess it's earlier for.
Yeah, but it's like I'm gonna roast her. Like, girl, what were you doing last night?
Can't right now.
Having fun at your
right
department
there.
meeting?
Take
Maybe it was a Christmas department meeting, so maybe she did have fun.
Yeah. Well done, well done.
All right.
Grown physically quite strong, but spiritually more is to be done. The altar of ashes. There is an incantation that may make your nightly meditations at it better spent.
The consecration of ashes.
Cool.
Outlasted her. No one's here. Heading in.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Back to my favorite boss.
Yeah, to
Andy's
zoom
least
in
favorite
there.
boss. But I love the music.
No, I really hate that dog.
Oh, we moved on in our hatred.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Vaporized.
So how close are you to being finished with all your grading, Colin?
I am. I've got. I mean, not really. I've barely started. I haven't started any of. I still have a whole test and final projects from like 2 classes to get through. But I did get those quizzes done last night.
Woohoo!
So yeah, so that was good.
Woohoo! How many students did you have total this semester?
I think there's 45, give or take, in my myth class and 8 in my Latin.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. No, it's like not that lot. It's not that much. And like, if I'm being diligent, like I could feasibly, like I could grade all the exams in like 1 day probably. But
yeah.
Or at least all of the like of a type of exam. That is. It's just taking me things that should take me 1 day take me like 3.
I think that's true for everyone.
Yeah.
Hello, pretty lady on a horse. I love Selene.
Nice bloom hex.
Yeah, compared to like teaching myself at a like small college, the numbers of people I had to grade for as a graduate student was easily over 100 students a semester, and I'm like,
yeah, for sure. I would have sections, you know, where I'd be TAing for a class of, you know, once it was crazy. It was like 250 or something.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. It was for like an online class too.
I somehow got away from. I never had to do a fully online course. I did some hybrid, but
we had this. So Texas launched this kind of like initiative thing that was called like. It's not Project 2025, but it has a name like that. It was like you know 20 something initiative. And part of it was like they had this whole basic like TV studio thing, and the classes were like were live streamed, so they could be like what's the word I'm looking for? Like ones that are like people are watching it live and like taking the class like that way, or also like asynchronous, like watching just the recordings and doing it after. And so like it was like technically, even though it was like one thing we did, it was technically 2 classes.
Yeah.
And then like one had like 100 something people and the other had like 90 people in it or something. But that whole initiative was like quietly shuttered before it ever like came to completion. Let me see if let me like track down what
I
it
imagine a
actually
lot
is.
of like, because like that's something that came out of the pandemic, right? Since everyone had, since all the
It was
universities
before. It was
Really?
like
Okay.
yeah, because it started in like probably 2016, and it shuttered. It like quietly shut down at some point in like like 2020. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what exactly it was. So give me 1 second. Let me hunt around.
You'd think, like, since so many institutions were forced to like adopt the infrastructure for synchronous and asynchronous courses.
I hope I stand it.
So and to go boop boop boop.
Couldn't see one of the other paths. Interlopus.
What was it called?
I like that you're attacking with ghosties.
Mhm.
That's adorable.
Yeah, that was from Apollo.
What's
I'm
the
getting way
ability called?
Give me a second.
Sorry, I was curious about the name.
Did I pull that up? Oops. No idea.
Okay, fair enough. We'll figure it out later.
Nice. What?
Yay.
It's Narcissus.
Yep. I kind of like this character a lot right now.
Sometimes
I'm-
I wonder, what would it have been like were I not so unbelievably attractive? Maybe arithmetic.
You're concerned that you're too winsome for your own good. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't find you particularly attractive.
Oh, I know you don't mean that. Though I appreciate you trying to comfort me as a friend.
I so just want his character revealed to be mid. Like, just hard mid.
I wonder. We talked about this last time, but like, do we know if they even have art for him yet, or is
I'm
that
not
why he's
sure.
in?
I'm
Like,
not
is
sure.
it a reveal that we're waiting, or is it just like he's still in drafting states?
Because initially, like, my thought was that it was still someone that they were drafting, because that's what he's looked like since the early release came out, or early access was released, I should say. Yeah, and it's kind of, on our social media, I was discussing the return a bit more with some people, and they're like, oh, but Telemachus didn't go to Sparta. And I'm like, yeah, but that's a whole nother can of worms to depict Helen as being the most beautiful person in the world. And supposedly if Narcissus finds himself to be the most beautiful person in the world, like, how do you decide to depict that? Which I think it would be really funny if he was just average compared to everyone else we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
Ah. This is new.
I'll say my other favorite comment on Telemachus's character is like, blonde Jesus. I'm like, yes, that was exactly what I was seeing the whole time. Because I think, is it Charlie Plummer, who's also a
Yep.
singer? Is that right?
He is American actor.
Okay, maybe just an actor then. I mean, he's very
Yeah.
pretty. Very pretty.
He's 20. He's born in 1999.
Oh, gorgeous, I can barely see you anymore. And what a shame that is for me. Although, where are you anyway?
I was thinking of Charlie Puth. That's the name that was escaping me.
A boon for another.
That's not good. That might be good. This might be good too, though. Now it's better.
Hello?
Hopefully Laj will join us before you have to peace out, Colin.
I know, and it might be kind of soon too.
Yeah.
I thought I dealt with you last time, yet here you are. Am I going to have to drive you back into the sea?
I don't know. Am I going to have to tell Jetty and Roxy to play their hearts out? No, I'm not. Because that's just what they do. Don't you, gals?
I am. Did we figure out if like Charybdis somehow makes an appearance as well, or is it just harder to personify Charybdis? I guess.
I don't think. The short answer, I think, is no. Or like, it probably will get a name drop.
Yeah.
At best.
That's fair.
Because it's a giant whirlpool. But,
It'd be funny if like it gets name dropped as like skill is X or something like that, or previous band. I don't know.
Go for the guitarist.
Only one up. Doing well. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Making sure. Well, I say don't jinx yourself.
Nah, all that Andy does is win. Until he doesn't.
Not until Eris shows up, and then we'll see.
Yeah. It seems pretty likely that Eris will appear again by the time we get to the next level. I'm just gonna end up humming, singing this song every time because I do like it a lot. I do know that she has other songs too.
Oh, shit. Bad deal.
Oh,
Fuck.
no. Oh, no.
That was not good.
All right, let's see if we can.
Final stretch.
That has to be fine.
Guitar solo.
Maybe it won't.
Do you have
Right.
any Death Defiances?
Yeah, I do. I have one.
Okay.
Hate to use it now though.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's like, it feels like when you use it before like a certain point, it feels like a letdown, or like you know, this is a failure in and of itself. There it is.
Oh, just barely. So we always like the song. We always like the song.
I hate her.
Agreed.
That's Andy's emotion right there.
Yeah, we're in good
The
shape.
edge of Oceanus. Time to dry off.
All right.
Aspen, or Fields of Morning.
Let's see if Andy can make it happen. Do we know if there's a place beyond the Fields of Morning yet? Because
In the game, or
Yes, there is.
Grows on the
Okay.
outskirts of the underworld, where forlorn shades attempt to fade away, and doleful spirits prey upon their sorrow.
Such a dreadful place.
I don't have to deal with Eris.
oh, okay.
Petals from a golden bough.
I guess maybe she's decided. Okay, maybe you do get to beat Cerberus this time. We talked about this, like it's very much framed as like corruption via miasma, and I think the assumption like we're making now is like, oh, Kronos is causing it, but something about this game tells me there's a lot more going on
Mourners.
than just that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of the things we were discussing is earlier on, instead of having like early access, if you did a DLC or something, I thought it could be kind of fun to like have set up this game by like having Zagreus investigate odd things happening in the underworld stages, while like Hades and Persephone are busy with the birth of Melanie, and then you could
Have
end
we-
with the portrait. But
Even just before that, like, have we had any word on what Zagreus and Hades are up to? Are they imprisoned? Are they?
It's
like, where are they? MIA?
I don't think we know anything of what's happened to Zagreus. Based on the trailer that was made for the game, it seems that Hades is imprisoned.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of I think we talked about this last time, but an interesting concept of like how much time has actually passed as far as us mere mortals are concerned, because the aging of gods, like we definitely have the birth of gods, we know in Greek mythology, but there's no real sense of like, how long does it take for you to become an adult?
They're usually like there's ones where like they're born and they immediately start speaking and they basically seem to be instantly like young men. I mean, like Hermes is like a child for like a day, sort of. He's like, it's the answer is they're in whatever form the story needs them to be in. So it's like,
that makes sense. Because Athena pops out fully armored, right? Like that's the whole.
Yeah, they're usually born like kind of immaculate in some way, or like just fully adults, or like, but like Zeus is a baby for like a bit, but like undisclosed amount of time.
Yeah, because it's like, it's like, is it a Hobbit situation? Is it an elf situation? Is it just what we need it to be?
I mean, that's the answer always. It's whatever the story needs.
This is very true.
Ah, what the?
Ooh.
There's one.
It seems like this weapon does not work well against that enemy.
I'm just not good with the weapon. It's a me thing.
It's a skill issue. Is that what you're saying?
You get to curse things. That's cute.
It's one of the Selene runes. Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Not finished.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, we do.
It's alright.
Drink that up.
It's interesting. That character almost looks like a corrupted, like scaled down Thanatos in some ways, just visually.
So bright.
What? I guess we can check the like codex or whatever later, or like I don't even know what all these enemies are called, or like what they're supposed to be. And
yeah.
There we go.
Shellback.
Deep serpent. Just various shades.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on, go back up. That thing, its teeth or fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, you. That's AI
that
generated if ever I've seen something.
That's gross.
That one's kind of cool. Whole heart. Huh.
Mourner.
That's kind of cool.
Phantom.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one
we just fought.
Yeah.
And Lamia.
Lamia. Oh, cool. All right.
Good find. Echo, is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that
Yay.
It's me, all right, Echo. I don't know how come you've been assisting me, but I'm a long way from home and could use all the help I can get going farther.
Like health.
Going farther.
Mm-hmm.
Going farther.
Survive.
Okay. It's not bad.
Fight.
It's probably the best.
Farewell, Echo.
Hard. Hammer.
Yeah.
No need to engage.
No need to engage. Does that mean you don't have to fight monsters?
I don't have to fight
Can you do
that
a
monster.
passive run? I don't think you can do a passive run.
No.
There is a build, at least in the first game, that like a no attack. It's like purely based on like the boons that like when you get hit you do damage back, or like there's like reciprocal damage. So like there is some like elaborate way to do it where like you don't actually ever attack, but that's more for like I think people that are going after like very specific like challenges for themselves.
Yeah.
They're like these artificial barriers, like a Nuzlocke run or something.
Yeah. That makes sense. Did oh shoot, did Undertale introduce the concept of a pacifist run, or like was that okay? That concept existed before.
Yeah, I don't know where it first, like where, I don't know. Let me see if there's a history on this one.
I can give
Andy,
you
said no.
the prime example would be like not for like a full game, but Mother 3's final boss you can't fight. Mother 2 / Earthbound's final boss you beat with prayer. Those are the two that pop my head right away.
Yeah.
And those are more known games now, but like growing up, you would like most people in the United States wouldn't have played those games, right?
No.
Yeah. When did the isopod show up? The Rolling Stone.
Just now.
I have prizes left to claim.
Yeah, we want that.
Okay. Making stuff happen.
Woot woot. Will it happen this year, guys? Will we save Cerberus this run?
Not
I have my complete faith in Andy.
That's a mistake.
And he's like, we're not saving them. Yes, we are. We are here to save the dog.
I think he can do it. Can you? All right. All right. This is a question. I don't know. Can you actually follow those golden leaves? Do they take you somewhere, or is that just like a texture on the background?
I think they actually lead you to like stuff.
Okay.
That's a good observation, yeah.
There's the bow.
That makes sense because the trees are also the guiding light.
This
so
is what I want.
Yeah.
That makes
There it
sense. Oh, that blended.
I don't like that.
Ooh.
You can be a sheep. Let's do that.
Is there a story in Greek myth like who gets turned into sheep? Like I know Circe turns Odysseus' men into pigs.
I don't know. Nothing
like,
comes to mind.
Yeah, I don't.
It might be a video game trope, because like that was a thing in like World of Warcraft that you could do that, and other things. But
well, you know what? If anyone is going to talk about it, it's going to be Ovid.
Good choice.
To see why coin need change hands for a blessing from your uncle. Though come to think, such blessings are most valuable indeed.
oh, there you go.
Essences here now.
Max life per water boon. How many water boons do you have? 2.
Yeah. 2. Let me see. Just 1. Up 2.
Yeah, no, it said you had 2 in the little drop down.
Ah, cool.
So it's gonna bring you back up to 85. I don't know. Or just go for the treasure. I don't know.
Now look at this.
Nice.
Okay, I need to stop looking. These searches are not going well. My favorite title is.
Lord Charon.
I'll let them finish.
I long to see that day.
There's some kind of website that's called Genetics Unzipped, and the title is "I Will Always Love You: The Story of Dolly the Sheep."
Oh.
I'm just like, no.
That's the first cloned sheep, right? That's the
correct. Yep.
I remember that was like that came up a lot in my like high school biology classes.
So much. Dolly was such a big deal.
She died kind of recently, right? Or
Her or her clone.
Yeah. Well, she is the clone.
Oh. I mean, that'd be impressive.
Oh, never mind. She died in 2003.
I was gonna say, it's like, do sheep live that long?
96 to 2003. I don't know how long.
That makes more sense. Yeah,
6
15
years old.
Yeah.
6 years. So, which I don't know if that's a long.
That doesn't feel. Okay, hang on. Now I'm curious. Did Dolly the sheep procreate? Like, I have so many questions.
I don't believe I'm on her wiki right now. Yes, she did twins. No, she had a couple of 6 lambs in total.
Okay.
What's the life expectancy for a sheep? Let's see.
Okay, she was euthanized at the age of 6 years due to progressive lung disease.
Yeah. Average lifespan I'm getting for a sheep is 10 to 12.
Okay.
So she was not terribly long-lived.
Oh.
As far as sheep go.
Yeah. Supposedly, no cause which linked the disease to her cloning was found. To be fair, this was cloning. This was not gene editing, which is different. But we went down a weird rabbit hole. Also, like, Google AI, which is stupid, was talking about, it's like, when I asked, like, Ovid telling a story about sheep, and they're like, some people mistakenly believe that Ovid's name means sheep. And I'm like, I don't think anyone thought that.
What the
Is that a thing?
Well, it's similar sounding to the word for always, the word for sheep, but I don't think there's actually a connection there.
That's fair. All right.
But I lost my train of thought. To my knowledge, there isn't a sheep story in Ovid. But
Yeah, if there was going to be one, Ovid would have it, right?
presumably.
Okay, we're about 2/3 of the way there.
We'll see. And we don't have any Eris
Correct.
keeping us down, so.
No, but I'm not. I'm taking a lot of damage.
There. This might be my exit point because I do have to.
Yeah.
I do have to hop out.
That's fair.
But it was good seeing you both.
Yeah, have fun with your weekend, and
Will do.
we are chatting about this on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Bye.
So what do you even do when you're out? Collect more plants and stuff like that? You used to
All right,
stay
and I'll double check to see if Laj is still coming.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
I was training in secrecy all that time.
We're still hanging out,
Each
so.
night, mostly I have to fight my way to Kronos, past a variety of things that don't like having me around.
Can't imagine why. And you just keep trying to do the same thing, huh? I would have given up so long ago. You should try it. Giving up.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see more of Dora's storyline too, acting on the presumption that she is Pandora, which is also the first woman considered mortal woman. So that'll be interesting to think about.
Call him here.
All right.
It's expected this.
Can't do that yet.
I think I know how I can do the bidding of the fates. Headmistress, if I may. Hear me, O Doom. Hear my voice from afar. I need beseech you wherever you are. Where are you, Lord Moros?
So it goes at times.
So was that a failed one?
I think it's more of you do it, and then when you die, you'll get it.
Okay, that makes sense.
These shipments shall be very valuable to us. We remain, as ever, in your debt, Charon. May swift Hermes hasten your voyages across the realms, wherever he may be. And until we meet again, shadows conceal you.
Because Hermes is missing still, right?
Yeah, we haven't run into him yet.
Yeah. And Moros is the personified spirit of impending doom.
Should have everything here.
Hence the word morose.
Heed my voice.
That tracks.
In your potential, I have made my choice.
Very well then.
Just getting
What
some
cast?
bonuses.
Kataskianaski.
Tis done.
Perfect.
Have you already beaten Cerberus in your other runs yet?
No.
Okay.
Interesting.
So what? So if we manage to pull it off today, it will be a new venture for all of us. Haha.
Here you are. Can't redeem that yet.
Still waiting on that. Hey.
We're getting nowhere. I should be out there fighting, not standing watch over a place nobody comes to uninvited. Damn it.
I think the circumstances justify heightened security around here. But if you don't, go take it up with the headmistress, not me. Odysseus out checking on reports. May I?
There we go.
I heard snoring.
That,
I should be able to increase
that was
my grasp.
Hypnos.
Yeah, but not an option to check on him.
No, he'll have an exclamation point over his head.
Okay, got you.
Remnants of the past.
I just saw your Danganronpa set up today. Are you feeling Danganronpa?
I mean, that was from Master Detective Archive. I was playing that.
Yep.
So, yes. That
Are you sticking with the torches or are you going to switch?
I'm gonna switch off.
I figured.
The Artificer.
I like that.
Very well.
We bid you welcome to our training grounds.
Lim and Oros. Have you seen, Commander? Lord Charon's come to visit us. At last our supply lines are secure, and our counter-assault begins.
Yeah. It's been quite some time since good Lord Charon visited us last. We'd better all be on our best behavior around him. But, where'd you get all that supply line stuff?
Why, he told me himself, sir.
Say something to
In
me,
his way.
will ya? That cuts straight to the bone. Magic's back to full.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, these work better for me.
I know you like the close-up attacks as opposed to long range.
And faster dodge out.
The blacksmith
That's fair.
sigil. What,
This
is
is
he
new.
going to fit me for a suit of armor? In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Is this Hephaestus?
They told me you needed a weapon or something. You already got one.
Yep.
A right lousy one can spot that piss poor workmanship from here. Though, I could tune it up.
Nice. It is kind of really cool to, I mean, Hephaestus is always a really interesting character. A lot of people in the field of like disability studies do work with, you know, the idea of having a god with a physical disability, like the significance of that, because a lot, you know, beliefs are reflective of what humans see in their own worlds. So, and I don't know that there's a lot of equivalents in other mythologies. I know that like blindness or like losing an eye is like you see with Odin. So I'd be curious to see to learn other mythologies and see if like disability is an aspect of any of their identities.
Oh. Let's go this way. Get some palms.
We had a debate. Well, like I had like a get to know you question forever ago on Blue Sky when people are hopping on, and it was like, of all of the gods, if like Zeus either like died or had an early retirement, and only one of his children, and that includes gods and heroes, if only one of his children could take over, who do you think would end up taking over and why? And I was pretty much persuaded towards Hephaestus. I think Hephaestus would pull it off.
How come?
He's already proven to be, first of all, he hates his family, so I definitely feel like he'd had the motivation to just like get vengeance on a bunch of them. Okay. But the other one is he's actually quite clever, and I think people would like his siblings would underestimate him, but you know, he's done the things like you know, how he figured out that Aphrodite was cheating on him with Ares. He sets up a trap and like entangles them in a gold net, and all the gods witness the fact that like, so he did that. There's another time he got back at his mom Hera, because some myth versions have her throwing him off Mount Olympus, causing his injury. And so he also creates a trap for her where she gets stuck to a throne, and he has to be persuaded mostly by Dionysus, who gets him drunk and brings him back to Olympus to free her. So like he's shown himself to be quite capable of getting the upper hand on the other Olympians. So there's not many instances of that. Hera gets,
what do we have in here?
Distracts Zeus in one story that we get from the Iliad. Zeus complains about Aphrodite always making him fall in love with women. So how we get Aeneas, the son of Aphrodite, is Zeus uses her own power on her basically and makes her fall in love with a mortal man to get back at her. So we have a few instances of like, you know, gods getting one up on each other. But Hephaestus is probably the most clever and consistent. And like I said, I think he'd be underestimated by his other gods. So that was my reasoning.
That tracks. There we go. Problem solved.
This family's not so good at letting go, is it?
My favorite.
Prosperity. All that we've built together threatens to come crashing down, all because of a little bad blood.
The irony.
Yeah, Aphrodite's a bit of a troublemaker, but we love her for it. Elijah's not gonna be able to join us today, so I say we definitely keep going until you beat Cerberus, unless that's over 4 hours.
Give it a try.
Yeah. So we might stick around till 3. We might cut out early.
We'll see.
You get me and Andy today. Huzzah!
Look at me at all. Look at the fineries I've made. Silk in every shape and color. See? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Sure.
It is, Arachne. But to think I could have wronged you with an inadvertent glance just now. It's just I'm concerned for your safety out here.
Oh, there's no need for that. You see, my form included certain benefits. I get to live a long, long time to enjoy it. Besides, just because you found me here doesn't mean just anybody can.
I keep looking at the tapestry behind her to kind of get a sense of what it is. It seems like tree branches.
Fabric.
Yeah, it's tree branches.
Well, yeah, I meant the tapestry itself. You're right, though. It could be kind of... I love the spider webs that just fully engulf trees like that. It's kind of scary to see if you have to work around that, but it looks really cool. Yes, but based on your knowledge of Greek mythology, Andy, which god or hero would you pick to take over for Zeus?
Zeus? I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. Okay, that might be good.
Initially, I was thinking like Athena feels like who would be the appointed one if we were treating it like Zeus got to pick who would inherit from him. I feel like Hermes as a trickster god and Dionysus, like them pairing up to try and take over would be kind of a fun premise. And that's kind of, that's kind of what Blood of Zeus season 2 was doing.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely a fun idea to play with. And that, that's kind of Zeus's shtick anyway, is like his story is a story of continuously having a patriarch be overthrown by a child. And that's what Zeus is always afraid of. So, it's kind of interesting. There's no stories that really explores like, yeah, what happens if Zeus was actually overthrown? Who would do it and why?
I honestly don't have a good answer to that question.
That's fair.
Shit.
It's a great icebreaker when you're talking to a bunch of classicists. So.
I bet. I mean, I'd probably pick the boring choice and say Poseidon.
So that was what. That's not a child of Zeus. That's his brother.
Oh, it'd be a child of Artemis.
With you, don't take it personally, please.
See, my opinion.
Always been the solitary sort, and we never know where she is when we need her.
As Apollo states, is like Artemis would be very like, fuck you all. I'm gonna go to the wilds and do my own thing. I don't care. Is my thought. Not saying she's incapable or anything. I just think she would lack the motivation to want to.
Oh. Yep.
How are we feeling about our build so far?
I'm not sure.
Still fairly early in the run.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
Yeah. And the Flame's Hestia, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I think Hestia and Hephaestus could make an interesting combination of things.
Sniffed you out, was
Maybe.
it? Seems like an awful big coincidence. But then we're gods. These things, they happen all the time. I'll say I'm glad she found you when she did.
That is true.
Here we go.
I can do this.
Malinois. Our enemy's strength even exceeds my own. We're both titans, yes, Kronos and I, but he is my elder, as I am yours. What say you?
His age doesn't mean anything to me. The old are seldom wise, and often wise. And he did not study under you, headmistress. Only I have.
Just so. He is an arrogant old fool. The impression of wisdom comes with age more than the real thing. Remember that.
Ooh, that strikes at the heart of many. Oh man, I think that's interesting. They're characterizing her as a Titan, because again, it's like I kind of don't have a full understanding of what Hecate's stake is in all of this right now.
Yeah,
there's definitely, there obviously was a Titanomachy, and there was actually a split between those who supported Kronos and those who supported Zeus and the Olympians. So, do you know any Titans that were on the side of Zeus?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure there are.
Yes, one you'll be quite familiar with, Prometheus and Epimetheus, right? Because he has the forethought. He saw who was likely to win that. And he only came he fell into odds with Zeus after the fact when he gave fire to men, but not because of the Titanomachy. And then another supporter of Zeus was Atlas. And to reward Atlas, To reward Atlas for his loyalty, he forced Atlas to hold up the sky from the sun, or the sky from the earth. So he's basically separating Gaia and Kronos. But that was like, Zeus gave him, was like, oh, I'm giving you this really important job. That probably feels more like a punishment than an actual reward for supporting me.
I did not turn into a sheep. Fuck you guys.
Oh, you did it. Well done. Finally proven.
You below. Return to Shadow now.
Yes.
All right, good shit.
Mm-hmm. So.
Greetings, little one.
Ah, fuck.
Ah, okay.
You, my girl, are meddling in matters you do not understand. Your father made certain choices. He was bound by them. But you are not. You need not follow in his ruinous path.
Did you notice kind of like a voice change there?
Into the underworld and the surface. I'll never accept what you've done. Now enough talk.
How very spirited. You truly think you can stop time? Well then, I would like to see you try.
Then watch this. In you go.
It's really interesting because like it almost shifts in tone from like a younger voice to an older voice. I'm wondering if it's like because it's time he's speaking from different points of his own
Could be
age. Otherwise, it sounds like, you know, how you would do voiceovers for Possession or something like that.
Yeah, they got reverb on his voice.
Yeah, for sure. So yes, now I am curious. And Atlas makes sense. Like, if you don't actually trust the Titans that assisted you, you do something that keeps them out of trouble. And so Atlas being stuck works pretty well. Arguably, it's like part of maybe why the fight between Prometheus and Zeus happens, and Prometheus receives the punishment of getting his liver eaten by an eagle every day, is, again, that prevents the possibility of the Titans turning against Zeus and the Olympians, even when they sided with them in the Titanomachy. So, Titans. So I'm looking it up now.
Oh, fuck me. Ran right into it.
Bummer.
It's alright. You know what? Let's go. Not fuck around here and find out.
Sound's going in weird.
What is?
The sound is going like it's.
Where?
It's definitely coming from the game itself.
Oh. I mean, it's because I'm hitting. There's an effect I'm hitting that does do that.
Distorts the sound?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, hold on a second.
You can still kind of hear it, even though the action's not happening.
Oh, from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just you.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
You have to deal with it.
That's fine. It just started happening suddenly.
Hold on a second. Actually, I got a better idea.
So While we do that, among the Titans, Themis and Prometheus joined Zeus, while Atlas led the Titans loyal to Kronos. Oh, okay, that's according to one perspective. I always thought Atlas helped Zeus.
Olympus, I accept this message.
All right, let's go.
You know what? I'm going to Theoi because they're the only ones I truly trust. Okay, sounds better. Thank you.
Yep.
The forge of the heavens.
Oh, it's a fucking mouse.
Why are you glaring at me like that, little one?
Ooh. About to mess you up, apparently.
His name's Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Got him. Fuck that mouse.
Okay. Hecate is considered a Titan, as is Selene, Helios, Eos, Leto, and Asteria. Those are lesser ones that don't often get depicted. And then the most important of the Titan gods were the 12 Uranides, which was Kronos, Oceanus, Iapetus, Hyperion, Crius, Coeus, Rhea, Tethys, Thea, Phoebe, Themis, and Mnemosyne. And the 4 Iapetionides, Atlas, Prometheus, Epimetheus, and Menoetius. Of those, only 8 depicted below appear in ancient art. And so far we've run into Kronos, Selene, and Hecate. So it'd be interesting to see if more Titans themselves appear in this. Okay, Atlas was the leader of the Titans in their war against Zeus. So I've been having it backwards for a long time. Okay, according to others, he was instead or later appointed guardian of the pillars which held up the earth and sky asunder. Atlas was also the god who instructed mankind in the art of astronomy.
It pains me to admit that there are occasions when love is not the answer, and a bit of sharpened metal can much sooner do the trick. In such matters, my Hephaestus can be of assistance, can't you, dear?
Interesting.
You up anytime. And as for which year, most of the time. Now come on. Even when the situation calls for sharpened metal, you know how to get the point across.
So yeah, this is a fairly antagonistic relationship usually exists between Hephaestus and Aphrodite. I don't know if the story is ancient per se, but basically
to listen to her anymore.
Wrong button.
That you don't listen to yourself explains a lot. I know better than to try and kill an Oceanid, former or not. I just need you to get out of my way.
Hear that, gals? I distinctly heard the lady say, I need you there. Changes lives. Let's say we change this one right now.
Dynamic Cerberus resistance.
Yeah, so supposedly, I think there was some kind of task or something Hephaestus did, and the prize he required was Aphrodite. I know I've talked about it before in when we were covering Percy Jackson. So that story is somewhere. But obviously, Aphrodite was cheating on him all the time with Ares, and they did, in fact, separate, and Hephaestus remarried. So it's interesting to see them partnered up here in a more affectionate way.
Oh. Perfect. Okay. Ah. Dodging around. Oh, this is a different song.
It is, yep. I wonder if it kind of tracks the last time you played, and then, you know, if it's been a day or something, it'll start with the original song, and then once you've start doing a few different runs, it'll cycle through them.
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What happened to Jetty? Bitten by a shark and stung by a jellyfish, poked by an urchin, stabbed by a marlin, sawed by a spider, crushed by the river sea, attacked by a bat. Did you
Got her.
enjoy the show?
It was getting interesting, like her vocalization as you were fighting that last part.
Where once reverberated the enthralling music of the sirens, sheer silence now remains. Yet for how long shall those immortal songstresses be stilled?
Who knows?
Doubtless until my next attempt.
And we've been told that our narrator is Homer in this, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Long way down.
Good shape.
Look for the markers.
All right. Here we go.
Woohoo. No Eris?
Nope.
Okay. Oh,
Shades
there we go.
Illuminate my path.
I was trying to find... So just more general information on Titans, which are before the Olympians, which is what most people are more familiar with in Greek mythology. They're the elder generation of gods who ruled the cosmos before the Olympians came to power. They're responsible for the original ordering of time and the establishment of fixed heavenly cycles.
Normally, but for you, little star, I shall not hesitate to pierce the heavens and the earth alike. Together, let us strive for victory. Look forth. Drink deep and persevere.
That. Grab this and a hammer. All right, what can we do here?
Like hands.
Oh, okay. I'm impervious for 6 seconds every time I start these. Good.
Ooh, that's cool. Much better than what Eris gives you. Okay, so a few more interesting details about the Titans. The eldest of the Titans, Kronos, and his 4 brothers, Creus, Coeus, Hyperion, and Iapetus, were imprisoned in the stormy pit of Tartarus by Zeus after he was victorious in the Titanomic War. Many of the younger Titan gods, however, allied themselves with Zeus and retained their divine rights under the new regime. Some of these allies later proved to be rebellious and were sentenced to harsh punishments, such as Atlas. So I think that's this version I was referring to. He was condemned to bear the heavens, and Prometheus, who was chained to a rock and an eagle set to feed on his liver. The female Titans, or the Titanides, remained neutral in the war and retained their positions as prophetic goddesses. Several of these goddesses became consorts of Zeus and received a place on Mount Olympus as mothers of the gods. So, it'll be interesting to see if Kronos is going to be the only Titan, since they were all kept in the pits of Tartarus. It'd be interesting to see if there's going to be reference to his brothers. But we are seeing a lot of the female Titans through Hecate and Selene. Technically, we see Oceanus, but as a place and not as a Titan. So
yeah,
crude sorcery at best. Olympus, I accept this message.
I think what's kind of cool is Hades, the first one, was very like later. Andy's excited for this build. Is that we're kind of focused on later interpretations of the gods with Zagreus very much coming from the Orphic cult of
It's Malinoi.
the Orphic mysteries. There we go.
It's Echo.
Mhm.
You're an Oread, aren't you? Though you're not speaking in the customary way of mountain nymphs. Some sort of curse.
Some sort of curse.
No.
For me? You sure?
Sure.
So how's Hephaestus's boons?
Bursty. So I have to time it so I get good hits. Yada yada yada. Enough health.
Do you like that as part of your build, or?
It's working.
Okay, fair enough.
More corrupted.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Hades 1 was very, like, the Orphic cult of mystery, and Zagreus playing in that. And this one's playing much more with, like, the early mythology, or, like, the time, like, the entities that existed before the Olympians, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
It's a cool, different approach, basically. I like that both games really make you look beyond what is mostly the core mythology that a lot of people are familiar with. The Disney version, if you will.
I can do this.
You can do this.
Maybe. They are doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Exits.
Show me the way. This feeling.
All right. So Kronos was suggesting Hades did something wrong.
Yeah.
Whalers.
Oh. I have an idea.
What's the idea?
So, so the first game is kind of dealing with Zagreus breaking the cycle of death, right? So that puts things out of the order, right? And in doing that, again, as I've just explained, the Titans are the ones who originally set up the order that exists in our world. So that that decision to do that, or because that happened, might have been what allowed for the Titans to escape Tartarus. And it doesn't necessarily indicate like what the goal is, though.
Nobody wants you playing favorites, witches. We've got this method of delivering you unmarked boons where you'll just have to take what you can get. Surprise!
I do like Hephaestus in this. I mean, it's hard to not like any of these characters.
In good shape.
We are. All right. Charon, what you got for us, my man?
I'm certain he's all right, my lord. This is Hermes we're talking about. It's not like anyone could catch him, even if he were in peril.
Pretty sure Hermes has been caught before and like got a beat down for it.
Hi, doggo.
You're not going to step aside, are you?
Oh, because we need to save him. All right, y'all. Attempt number 2 today.
Oh. That.
Easy now.
Oh, yeah, I should be able to win this.
Babe,
Yeah.
this is a game of Greek mythology, and you are tempting fate.
Nah.
Your hubris is showing.
Nah.
Nah. Do you still have a Death Defiance, or do you have one? Okay.
I do.
All right. I feel the odds are in our favor then.
Spirits of despair.
Told you I had it.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a good boy.
We did it! He's okay.
Having shed its coat of torment, the soul-devouring infernal beast beyond the gates of Tartarus reveals that it is not the monster it appeared, but one more infamously vicious still.
Good boy.
No way.
Oh, be soothed.
Where did
All right. Goal accomplished. The gates to where? We're about to... Ooh, looks like a city.
Authorized personnel only.
This looks...
Let's see if this works.
Okay, well, all of that insignia looks like Kronos, but this looks more like the Underworld. Right?
Yep.
On my authority as Princess of the Underworld. Unseal. Excellent.
All right.
I'm in.
But where are we?
Tartarus.
We're in Tartarus, which is the original level.
What are you doing here in Tartarus? There's no way you could have access to this place unless...
Unless I could, like, fly?
Eh.
Come off it, babe. You're way too stuck in your own head. You'll probably be stuck here, too. Okay, gotta go.
curses.
Wait, what is that thing? Yeah. I'm just looking at it closely. It looks like a mummy almost inside.
That's dead now.
Okay. It was
Rob salt.
Just need a moment. There.
Express route set. I don't know what that means, but cool.
Does that mean you get to skip ahead to this section?
He hides behind those wretches.
I took some damage there. Fucking traps.
I like how there's like a lot of clockwork you can hear happening in the background too.
Yeah, I like that. Feel like I'm playing fucking Castlevania.
Shade rot.
Get 3. So I'm going this way.
Okay, yeah, so we are officially in the level
Pop lights.
that you began in Hades.
Yep.
So are we still... The movement seems to be like we're moving downward. While Zagreus was ascending. So he went through Tartarus, Asphodel, Elysium. And then the mortal realm. So I'm curious if we keep going down, are we gonna see the same levels, or like this is like the intersecting point between the two games, or are we just going to continue to see similar levels that we saw in the first game?
Wretches.
And probably the easiest answer is like, this is the last level we'll see until the full release of the game, but who knows?
Oh. There we go. Okay. We're counting backwards.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Virulence. Lasers.
Those are enemies.
Blasted buzzing.
That's a trap.
I'm hopeful we'll get to meet someone here before.
I'm not so sure. This seems like the last area.
It could be, but I mean, we should still run into another character, right?
Not
Lots of
necessarily.
probs.
So close now.
So close to what? No one knows at this point. I mean, we are technically in the Underworld now. At the very least, we'll get more information when we return to the campsite.
Maybe. I'm standing on a trap. It's killing me.
poppy flower seeds.
1.
Okay.
Senpai.
Senpai.
More coming.
Ah.
Oof.
Corner. That's 5.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, apparently it's Kronos time.
Down there.
I have a lot of money.
You made it here in all the clamor, Lord.
Math.
Let's calculate. How much money do you have?
I have a lot. I didn't spend any.
Almost 1,500. Okay. I definitely imagine you want the food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear me, on my authority. Valuable enough. Greater strength.
The stately house of Hades now is but a fading memory, for in its place a new formed palace rises, twisted into the visage of the world-conquering Titan of Time.
It's hideous.
And it's different, slightly different appearance than like how he's visually appearing, or at least the people on the side. It is.
I don't think I'm gonna get this one.
We're about to find out. Or not?
No, we are.
Okay. Wait. Oh, their hands reaching up. They're like glassed over. Interesting.
What the fuck?
You didn't like that.
What the fuck?
You can't go forward, right?
No.
Okay, that might be where we're stuck at now. We don't actually.
Oh, nope, I found it.
Okay.
No, I know Kronos is here.
You gotta break in.
Kronos!
Welcome, my girl. Let yourself in, I see. Through the gutter. This family never had any class. Though I'm working on alleviating that within this house, if you would pardon all the dust. We have been renovating around here.
You hear how it like drops down?
You get up off that stolen throne. You know who I am, and you know why I'm here.
A family with no class and no civility either. Have I not made clear to you that your attempt to do me harm shall be in vain? I am a deathless titan. You merely are a poor, misguided girl.
Hear me, you enemy of night and darkness now. For your transgressions you shall imminently die. Under chthonic doctrine this I vow. For there is no escape from fate beneath the sky.
Alright, here we go.
Woohoo! How long will he
Is
last?
forbidden in this house. By that token, fighting is forbidden as well. But for you, my girl, we shall have to make an exception. Time for you to go.
The use of "we" is interesting there.
Behold.
Death to Kronos.
It lingers, does it not? Come, my subjects. Spill your
All right.
blood for me. An inevitable outcome. Nothing more.
I didn't know how to time my dodges.
That's fair.
Once more. Again, our journeys intertwine.
What's up, buddy?
Why did you call upon me, princess? Did you not receive the artifact I brought you from the Fates?
Lord Moros, I did receive the fated list, and summoned you once more as it ordained. All children of Nyx are welcome where I reside. Might we speak further there? I have many questions.
I don't know whether I can answer them, as my own search for truth has not been going well of late. But I'll not decline your cordial invitation. Please lead the way.
Then follow me.
I shall.
All right.
Where did he go?
The modestly appointed tent of fierce Princess Melenui nonetheless is dutifully organized and immaculately clean.
I won't live in squalor. You there, Dora?
A brief word? Princess.
There we go.
We've not met formally. I'm the official bearer of bad news. The Witch of the Crossroads apprised me of the situation here, and was gracious to invite me to stay for now.
You're welcome here and safe, Lord Moros. So then you know of my task.
To vanquish the usurper of the House of Hades seems more than a task. I regret this burden is yours to bear, and much sooner than expected.
It's all right. I was born for this. Lord Moros, as our honored guest, we wanted you to have this, to make your stay a bit more comfortable.
The nectar of the gods. Thank you, Princess. I've not received an offering before.
I wonder why.
Prepared. So here, from me to you.
I like that he kind of sounds sweet.
I accept. May moonlight guide us.
Proceed with care.
This wasn't on the list before. Lord Moros has arrived. Now what?
I do like the premise of, like, she calls anyone who are children of Nyx. Nyx is, again, more of a predates even the Titans. It's one of the first entities to come from chaos, which according to Hesiod is like how all things began, was in chaos.
As we
So
improve ourselves, so does our craft.
Hell yeah.
Toname Sion.
So it shall be.
someone just sent me a picture of a vanity plate. There's some fun vanity plates around here, y'all.
So mote it be.
And it's Legio XX, which I'm assuming Legio 20. I'm sure that's a reference I should understand.
I ask of you, spirits of earth and night, to take away this pain that we may fight.
You have it.
I reached the house, headmistress. Did everything as practiced and as planned, except he was too strong.
That was about right.
No, this is an excellent result. You are still here, having learned more of what it takes to reach our enemy and what he can do to resist. Do you feel ready to continue your pursuit?
Yes. If I can reach him, I can take him.
Take him.
It is a reference to Legion 20.
I can now trade some of my findings for more bones.
Perfect.
Specifically of Valeria Victrix. One of the 4 legions that took part in the invasion of Britain.
Purpose that I know firsthand. So mote it be. Moondust.
A moment, Goddess. You found him, Goddess. Your look says it all, along with my reports. Gave him something to remember you by, I reckon, even if the battle didn't go your way.
Kronos was exactly where we expected, but I could not foresee his every technique, and my ability to withstand his magic went only so far.
Well, fortunately for you, the old are often rather slow to learn. You run into him a few more times like that, you'll soon know every trick he's got. Though, do be very careful out there.
A blade. They're saying you got all the way to Cerberus before. How far'd you get? Make it all the way back to your rightful home?
If you're referring to the House of Hades, then yes, I did make it there. Though you could best describe it as the House of Kronos at this point. He was waiting within, just as expected, and was strong, just as expected too.
Too strong, you mean? Well, can't fault you for trying. So what's the plan now? Keep throwing yourself at him till you're totally demoralized? If that hasn't happened already.
The task remains the same.
Fair enough.
Oh. Gotta pet the dogs.
Hi, gang. Mistress must have some important tasks for you.
Is the polecat around too?
Yep, right there.
Oh, okay. Yep. It's a little bit darker, so it's harder to see. I guess that show is more brown and therefore harder to see.
Yeah.
All charged up.
She's here. Come on, you slackers. Straighten up.
The old storage case. So, it's an heirloom from my family.
That it is, and for as long as I can recollect. Look upon it knowing that the burden which you bear, you need not bear alone. Plus, it'll keep your keepsakes all in one handy spot.
Nice.
A symbol of the gift-giving custom of Olympus, then. A tradition that now falls to us.
Yep.
Yep. And he just wants to go fishing.
I do. Can't unlock it yet.
The arms of night.
The rod of fishing. It's all Andy aspires to. Do we have a new weapon, or are you sticking with this one again? Yeah. All right, engraved pin.
Okay, so it gives you 10 seconds to win.
The pin.
Not bad. That basically only works if you have a Death Defiance, right?
I don't know.
Well, because it says if it falls to 0, then you're impervious for 10 seconds. So
yeah, but I think you have 10 seconds to clear the room.
Oh.
And then you'll get 30 health back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The Arcana. I finally understand. What's this?
That's how we build stuff up. Okay.
So I like that it has this aspect of, like, they're saying the Arcana, again, all witchcraft and stuff, and then, you know, that ties into the fact that the female Titans specifically had, like, these prophetic powers, and a lot of them, it is kind of interesting of, like, referring to Kronos having magic as well, because I think we have this idea of magic ability differing from, like, godly abilities for some reason, but really...
Don't have enough. Just
same difference, really, right?
Possibly.
Well, because so in a traditional sense,
the Furies.
Magic is the ability to have power over nature, right?
Night.
That's why you get elemental magic and things like that, right? So Zeus's power is the thunderbolt, right? So lightning strikes, creating storms, power over nature. And so it's interesting that in the later Greek world,
To Kronos, I'll see to that. No one is more prepared. Beyond the mists of Erebus, there should be a way down. Too risky heading through Elysium, and too risky to stay. All right, it's time.
There you go. Moonshot.
Woohoo. So the distinction between later religious practices and the concept of witchcraft as it existed in the Greco-Roman world is the idea of religion is that you were asking the gods to do things for you because you give them gifts and things like that, versus the idea of witchcraft or magic is that you yourself have the ability to force God or nature to do what you want. And that becomes the problematic aspect of, like, basically it's humans, mortals claiming power over the gods and instead of just placating the gods through religious practice. And it becomes demonized. How's that?
Commander.
Knock him dead, kiddo.
All right, I gotta take a bathroom break real quick.
Okay, hit him with the break button.
Okay, sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom.
Yeah, and I think we're going to go ahead and plan for one more attempt.
One more.
For today.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey.
Lord Hermes, go unseen.
Oh, it is Hermes.
I'm good, mostly. And good to see your task is underway, but change of plan, though it's a lot to ask. Up for a visit to Olympus sometime soon?
Interesting.
Lord Hermes, just a moment. What do you mean, Olympus? My task is to stop Kronos in the Underworld. I can hardly breathe the surface air, much less get to a mountaintop.
Come on, Em. You have your ways. Gramps is up to something bad, more than his usual attack, so just give it some thought. Wouldn't ask if it was nothing, right? Okay, gotta run, and so do you. I'll be in touch by Boone.
I love his little turtle in his bag. It's so cute. Okay, so once you make it down to Tartarus, you do get to see Hermes finally.
On the surface.
Okay, so there is an option to go up to the surface.
Now we make haste.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the case. They had up path and down path.
Ooh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm also a little distracted because I'm responding to text messages that have come in while we've been playing. All right.
Zeus it is.
Zeus. Zeus with the juice.
Nope. That.
Could do some mining too.
Quickly.
Perfect.
Lord Uncle.
The fates themselves knew Kronos could be overthrown by his own kin. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again. Your assistance in the matter is appreciated.
Oh, Zeusy. And Dia. Say hi, Dia. Who's a good girl? Come here. She's gonna get cozy.
Let's begin.
Oh, fuck.
Got you.
We know what I like. Hey. Ah, cool.
We've also been invited over for dinner tonight if you wanted to go at all, but
Maybe.
A little birdie told me you faced the sirens at the bottom of the sea. I know them and their entrancing song only too well. They must have grown bored of dooming sailors to the deep.
I really need to read the Aeneid to see if, like, the sirens make an appearance in it. I'd be curious. Poseidon or Hephaestus, right? No, Hestia.
Yeah, Hestia.
That's right.
Those shadows.
Oops.
Such rage must have.
Old Hecate's your teacher, is that it? Known her since I was probably your age. Right proper dame. Been far too long since last we saw each other, come to think. What can you do? She hates everybody. I hate everybody.
Works out.
Yeah. Hi. Go on. You're a good girl.
time.
Hammer time. So, based on the gameplay here compared to Hades, do you like what changes they've made, or like?
Yeah. So far. The cast is a bit weird, but once you get used to it, it's pretty similar. The attack and specials are like same concepts.
Because I was just reflecting on, like, it's really easy to cater to players who are more invested in the story. But it's interesting to think about, like, for people like you who speed read through dialogue and stuff like that all the time, because you kind of care about the story, but not as much. Oh, you get to fight her finally.
And your meat. Got it? Now go on while I take care of things.
No, she's the Thanatos.
This is my
Yeah, I know.
task, not yours. And I'm disappointed with your dereliction of duty. Are you so desperate to prove you're superior to me?
You know, maybe I am. So how about this? Got some gold on you, right? Those wretches ought to swarm in any moment. Whoever takes more of them gets the other's coin. What do you say?
Must it always be a wager with you?
Yeah.
Odds of winning if you shut up and fight.
This interaction happened a lot sooner the first time we played. Like, I did this playthrough with you. So I'm like, oh, I've been waiting forever for this interaction.
I win.
Yay. I'm pretty sure you lost the first time.
I did.
You don't know anything about me. What are you thinking being this far from your post, in violation of Headmistress Hecate's direct orders?
I'm thinking you don't have what it takes to take the Titan down. I do. Now get out of here.
I'll take the gold.
To be fair, that statement's almost more impactful now that you've already met Kronos.
She locked me out.
She picked the door that you would have picked.
Yeah. That's okay though.
Oh.
Get a palm.
So yeah, just what I was saying earlier is for people who are more just about gamers who just want to play a roguelite, you know, how do you make a new game enticing in the same world?
I mean, it was already fun, so new environments, new enemies, new bosses. Like, it's all gonna be good. All the weapons are a little bit different. New gods. Like, it's just more.
Which way?
Let's go this way, take the free help. Because we're good enough to win this.
Breathe. I heard from Hermes, Headmistress. He gave me the impression that Olympus needs my aid. What of my task?
Your task remains, as does the adversary whom you face. We shall discuss the matter with Hermes elsewhere. We have other matters first.
Perfect.
Yeah, Hecate does not care at all for what the Olympians are doing. Again, I'm really curious just of like, what is Hecate's stake in all of this? What's her goal?
Probably just to piss Kronos off.
Now beware.
But also, like, I don't know. Does she actually care about helping Hades? Or has she got an agenda that's... Maybe she wants to take over the Underworld. She is a Titan.
Bathe in flame.
Fuck.
So close.
Not ideal. Worth it.
Excellent.
Dun, 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 dun.
Extra
Test
one.
complete.
Burn these spoils. May they strengthen your craft.
Here's hoping.
Okay.
All right, one down.
Fair, you little one. I shall
Oh.
wait.
See what Kronos has to say
That I
now.
might find you here, my girl. Such fire in your eyes. How obstinate the members of our family can be. Have you learned nothing from our previous exchange?
Oh, I learned plenty, and I'm eager to learn more. So why don't you get out of my way? Since there's nothing you can do within these woods but try to slow me down.
Past the point of reason and so very self-assured. Then very well. Come find me if you must and learn some more. You know where I reside. I do not hide from gods.
See you soon.
Yoink.
Tucked away.
All right.
As planned.
Yes, all going according to plan.
At least my feet are clean.
Hey, that's important.
Yeah, but it would be very miserable to just be like walking ankle deep in water the whole time.
A lotus flower.
Like I'm going to skip Hermes.
Not a fan?
Oh, I love Hermes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, you're saying sarcastically.
Yep.
I was like, I thought you picked the Hermes one, so I was confused.
Lord Hermes. Time to send a message. Why not? This should help.
Here we go.
Do-do-do.
Not a chance.
Your lack of patience really bites you in the ass sometimes.
It does.
Don't run through hot steam, friends.
Yeah, don't do that. Not very smart.
Mm-mm. And now you know.
I'm gonna have a damage problem.
Ash of the dead.
See what Poseidon has to offer us. I really should just listen to the soundtrack at some point.
It's on Spotify.
Oh, I bet it is. The other, so I finally started listening to Epic the Musical again, because I hadn't.
Are you east the bottom of the sea, or very close to it? Must be even darker than what you're accustomed to. And the terrible pressure. Not even I can stand it for too long. So how can you?
Magic.
Magic. So I've gotten to listen to like the last 3 sagas I'd been behind on, and then the last one officially comes out on Christmas.
Oh, cool.
So I'm excited to have the whole thing.
Fountain chamber.
And then I don't know. I'm hoping eventually, like, the creator will be able to turn it into an actual musical that you can go see. That'd be really cool.
Cooked fish.
Boop-ba-da-boo.
In the name of Hades.
Mm.
I'm just bopping to the music.
Yeah.
They're making me pick favorites.
You called it, Rox. In my meeting with the gals the other night, we got to talking. I was talking mostly, but we started wondering, what is your deal? Jetty thinks maybe you're an agent?
Jetty is rather perceptive then, for I am indeed an agent of night. This realm has fallen to the Titan. We shall see it restored to its rightful rule, no matter who gets in our way.
I can't believe it, Jetty. You were right. An agent on the hunt. Well, your search is over, Agent Lady, because you won't find a bigger talent in the sea or out. Just watch.
Do you ever, at a point, do you get a chance to, like, give her nectar, do you think?
I don't know.
Did you ever get a chance to with, like, Theseus?
No.
Okay.
Gotta focus. Oh, rough. Oh. Oof. It's not good.
Nope.
Oh no, this is fine. No, it's not good.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, yep. Worked exactly as I thought. That's actually good.
That's what I thought. It would be advantageous with a Death Defiance for sure.
Well, obviously, but it doesn't. You don't need one to have that.
Okay. Okay.
Blasted catchy song. Always use
It
more.
is so catchy.
Yep. Save the dog.
My keepsakes manifest. To the fields.
We made it to Kronos.
Yes. Yes, we did save Cerberus. We made it to Tartarus, and then we got into a fight with Kronos. That went about as well as you could expect. Especially considering we met up with Eris in Tartarus. So
I forgot about that.
yeah. Like, that was partly why it's like, well, we lasted 30 seconds with Kronos. Great. Yeah, so then Elijah wasn't able to join us today, and Colin had to peace out. So this is going to be our last run for today. But we are hoping to once again defeat Cerberus / save him. which is what we did. We also finally got to see Hermes because we defeated, or at least got to Tartarus, I imagine, which also prompts the option to now travel upward to Olympus, or it's suggesting there's like another path to take, but with a different goal. And Hecate doesn't want us to worry about that. She wants us to be focused on Kronos.
That was all of them.
I just want a hammer.
More miasma.
Yep.
This is kind of the first time we've done streaming with, and the reason we are doing Hades 2 right now is we are going to be sitting down with another Archeo gamer, or just someone who does gaming online on YouTube. We're going to talk to them this week for an episode about Hades 2. But now that we do have the setup figured out, we probably will try doing some more games. One that just recently came out was Mythwrecked, that an indie developer made. It's their second game, and we've been hearing good things in our Classics network. Then also because we're doing archaeology, and I didn't realize at the time, but the new Indiana Jones game, which I think I mentioned earlier, might be one that we consider exploring as well. It kind of all depends on our schedule. It's hard because the podcasting and streaming is a side gig for the majority of us. So, but yeah, ever since we got on YouTube, we wanted to try a little bit, specifically to be able to do more games, because I think Hades and Assassin's Creed were the only two games we talked about in previous seasons before, because it's hard to find the time to do it, especially because
Assassin's Creed so
yeah.
long.
Yeah. Well, and because except for Colin, like Elijah and I are not really gamers, so there's some games I play that I really like, but I have to basically depend on Andy to play harder skill games for me so I can get the gist of things. The non-game that I'm excited about that we got to see a trailer for at the Video Game Awards was Witcher 4 with Ciri. So exciting. No gameplay to show whatsoever, but the theatrical trailer was awesome.
A sorrow spiller.
Say hi to my friend.
She's still here, poor thing.
Poor thing, poor thing, poor thing.
I wish I knew what you were doing in a place like this. Though, you can't just tell me, can you? Your heart must have been broken.
Must have been broken. Heart broken.
That seems presumptuous. True, but I don't know if that's the conclusion I would draw for having been cursed.
I won't forget this, Echo. Excuse me?
I am definitely most invested in Narcissus and Echo's storyline in this so far.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
I really want to know what the deal is going to be with that down the line.
Oops.
More ashes.
I think technically this is just our third run, right?
For today?
For today.
Right.
Because the first one we lost to Cerberus, second one we lost to Kronos.
Third. Yep.
So, once again, Andy is doing well.
Yeah.
Oh boy, did I
Oh, we're
jinx
good.
it.
We're good.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck. had hopes.
You did. It was close. So the other thing that happened after we got to Tartarus to fight Kronos is we met Moros again, the Doom incarnate guy, and invited him to our camp. So Moros is now at our camp, and that's we gave him the nectar, which just gave us that ability for the. Basically, you have 10 seconds of imperviousness when your health reaches 0. And if you're able to eliminate all the enemies in that 10 seconds, I think you get like an extra bonus to your health for the Death Defiance.
No, you just get 30 health back.
Oh, you just get 30 health?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, you don't waste the Death Defiance. Oh, that's cool. Okay. We have yet to achieve that so far, but even just the 10 seconds of imperviousness is really helpful because I think we used it on Scylla.
Yep.
So.
Still boons and such to find.
Oh, bye, Tommy. Have a good supper. Thanks for hopping in again. And we know Twitch is a thing. We have done stuff on Twitch before. We just haven't bothered since the YouTube channel's set up and it's more or less the same. I don't know. Andy has a Twitch channel.
You have a Twitch channel. I haven't streamed on it in forever.
Yeah.
I just don't have time. Stand in that.
In the name of Hades.
That was really good. I am in the shop.
Hail, boatman.
What, that ferryman having a fire sale there? Don't want you paying an exorbitant amount. Not that there ought to be a price on blessings anyhow.
I'll take it. You were able to reach the House of Hades before me, my lord. Doubtless why that final stretch was clear. You must know I was unable to prevail. Just have to give it another go, won't we? Thank you for your support.
All right, here we go. I don't feel good about this one.
Is he gone?
Okay.
No, he's not. Calm yourself, Cerberus. We're going to fix this. You'll soon be good and clean. Stop bothering the dog.
Yeah, leave our boy alone. Oh.
Got him. Fuck that dog.
No, we love him. We're saving the good boy.
Dispelled and his true form revealed. Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the Underworld princess with but the faintest glint of recognition in his 6 terrible eyes.
Homer, you're doing him dirty. To be fair, yeah, Cerberus probably does not know
Safe now.
Illinois that well. Illinois, there we go.
Finally out of here.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, back to Tartarus.
Yeah, but not in the best
Out of
shape.
the fields, at least.
Came out of that better than I thought you would.
Unseen.
Although I'm sure we're about to run into Eris.
I'm not so sure.
Thought that was you.
Fuck.
What's
Called
all the commotion
it.
Anyway, huh? Kronos started bashing on Olympus again, sure. But it's not like you have to go after him now, do you?
Believe me, I'd much rather stay and chit-chat with you than sully my hands in Titan blood. But you have a choice, Eris. You can help me finish this rather than hinder me.
You know, babe, when you're right, you're right. You've given me a lot to chew on. Now you chew on this.
It was worth a try.
Done.
This again.
Oh well. A lot of bones though.
It worked.
I guess that just means you're guaranteed to like have to do 3 rooms. I don't know what the express route is.
Come, Satyrs.
I think I'm technically more powerful than last time.
I like how your hair's on fire.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, there. Fucking rat. Oops.
Foes eliminated.
We want coin.
Well,
It is.
Money.
4.
Do, 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 do. Bag of money? Time is money? Who knows?
Kinda is.
It is, and it's interesting that like that's a point being made, right? Kronos is making his own money on top of it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
This is all just a get rich scheme.
Maybe. I mean, it's pissing Karin off, so. I mean, so like Hades has an association with precious metals because, you know, you have to mine for them underground, so it's not a weird association, but like Kronos doing that feels weird.
damage. Yep.
One chamber left.
Let's talk to a friend.
Can't be. Cerberus.
Aww.
Good baby.
Well, let me pet
His
him.
master dutifully, having discovered him within these depths.
Does that mean this is Hades?
Another
It
tool never
is.
come to break me, or to try. And such a frail one at that. Has the Titan Lord a lack for decent help?
Are you the master of this beast?
Buckwolf.
The master of this beast? Well, if I'm to be remembered, I could think of far worse ways than that.
True.
Though this beast has yet to so much as snarl at you.
Lord Hades, you're my father. I'm Milinoe. I'm your daughter.
My daughter, Milinoe. Merciful fates. You cannot be here. He shall find you. He'll find you and...
I'll slay him where he stands. He's in the area, is he not?
He's in my blasted house. Were you meant to be and I? Look at me, daughter. I cannot confront him on my own. What do you expect shall happen?
I expect he'll underestimate me. Father, let me free you from these bonds.
No. No, that would bring greater ruin, nothing more. Now get out of this place. Then let me lend to you what strength I still possess.
Ooh. Did we get boons from Hades before? I don't think we used to, right?
Nope.
I'll be back for you.
Don't be a fool.
We finally found someone.
Let me pet the dog.
Don't you talk to doggo. All right, how long do we think we'll last?
Well, we got a room here.
Oh, we got one more room to go. Okay.
Fucking mouse.
And it's a brutal one.
Got him.
And now for the Titan.
Ooh. Ooh. This is dumb, but I'm doing it.
Okay. What are we doing?
A gold wrath.
An extra room.
Oh, okay. For a boon.
Yep. Oops, don't do that.
Oof.
Nah, we're fine. Fucking that.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah.
Return to shadow now.
Oof.
I had to try it.
And that's where it ends.
So close to Kronos then.
Although we should talk to some people real quick. I'm sure there's
It's a good spot to end it.
Oh, fine.
So thanks for hanging out. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, we'll maybe Andy and I will be back on over Christmas break since no, we're not hanging out with family or anything. So we'll do some more.
Cool.
Cool.
That out here. Take it easy.